What up, gang? In this video, I'm going to talk about the 14 things that your lyric pad is probably missing, but it's going to help you. It's going to help you tremendously. I promise you that, my friend. I'm here to help you out. I got you.
Sensational.
From studying other rappers and the way that they write, I have seen a lot of ways that artists write their lyrics and how they remember them, how they flow them. I remember I had to study too, but there wasn't a smart rapper to show me this stuff, so I had to study in a different way and a lot more intensely. And now I'm bestowing it on you, okay?
Thank you.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to use symbols and how to use markers and all these other things to keep track of how to flow everything, deliver everything, how to breathe, all those things inside of your lyrics, okay? As well as what I've learned and put into my lyric pads over the last 15 years of writing to keep me organized, to get songs completed faster without ever losing the steps, without losing that flow that you forgot to record when you made the song and you're writing it like, this is the flow right here, oh yeah, and then you forget when you go back to it. You know what I'm talking about. It's going to save you from that. Let's go ahead and get into it. And this actually works for all music, really, realistically, but have you ever written lyrics that were crazy and the flow was ridiculous, but you go back to it to read it and it just didn't feel as hot as it was? Well, this is why you need lyric symbol reminders inside of your lyric pads. All of the greats have used these and everyone has their own way of doing this, but I'm going to show you mine, okay? If there's a delivery or a voice or a tone, a level of volume of voice that you knew and know that you wanted to use, always put it inside of the lyric pad in the notes so you remember that. I capitalize letters when I'm actually writing to make sure that I remember to deliver them, emphasize them, and deliver them with more energy or louder. I stretch out the vowels in my songs to make sure that I know to stretch out that word. I put a comma for a very short pause in the lyric delivery. I put a period for a long pause. I put 3 periods for a semi-long pause, okay? Build your own, whatever works for you. And I pretty much count the period as a full quarter beat pause, and I put it at the start of the bar if I want the line to jump in slightly later to build a unique flow or build tension in my delivery for the listener. We're not going to go into psychological songwriting stuff right now, but now I use an arrow to show lyrics in the bar that are not supposed to stop, but instead should carry through to the next bar and not pause between the bar. This is generally used if the next bar has extra syllables that I need to use to get the lyrics across, okay? I use parentheses to show what will fill the end of the bar if it's not a long bar. For example, sometimes it's a specific ad-lib I don't want to forget, or an echo. I want to put an echo or delay on the end of the bar, or there's a word or something that I need to remember that's going to be put at the end of it. It'll also be more in the background like an ad-lib. If I know more syllables have to go in a line, but I haven't finished writing the line, I use underscores to remember where to add the lyrics and the syllables. If the bars are extremely good, I make sure to put asterisk or little stars above it for the whole quatrain of the set of 4 bars, or at least by the specific line I know I love so much. So if I trash lyrics for the song, I know to keep those lyrics at least, okay? Now if I have an optional lyric for a line, I use a more than sign or a left arrow, okay, to show that these are the options for the bar. And I use this a lot because I write and rewrite a lot and do a lot of variations on lines to find the best way and the best lyrics, find the best punchlines and emotional lyrics that are going to really come across to the listener. And you should be doing this too. And then there's more, but it may seem like there's a lot, but you only have to take the ones that you want to use right now, okay? I use a double right arrow to show lyrics that get said at double speed or speed rep. Next, I use a double back arrow in order to show that these are lyrics that should be said slower or the flow actually gets slower in this part. The opposite of the double speed rep part where I know that I need to speed it up more if I put the double right arrow, okay? That's another helpful one. If the quatrains should go in a certain order, I use a star or an asterisk between the 2 quatrains to remind me that those are good enough to go together and that this is a proper order that they should go in. Because sometimes you type lyrics and you readjust them. Well, if it makes more sense story-wise or flow-wise, I make sure that I put the asterisk in between the 2 and they're connected inside of the writing. Now, if I have 2 sets of quatrains and either of them could work for a certain area in the song, I put the less than and the more than signs between the 2 quatrains to remind myself that it's either this one or it's this one. I've been doing this so long, for such a long time. This is how I keep my lyrics super organized and make sure my well-written lyrics are very organized, okay? You gotta respect the lyrics, especially if you want people to respect your lyrics, all right?
Exactly.
In just a second, we're gonna go ahead and get to the hot girls doing the word of the day, but I wanna do a quick roundup of these 14 things. So if you wanna take the notes, you can take them right now, or you can get the free sheet below that I usually sell. I'm gonna give to you today for free. It's gonna be in the description, all right? It's gonna give you all 14 of these right there with the examples so you have them in your pocket. Download it right to your phone, your computer, whatever, all right? So let's go over these really quick before I give you the word of the day. Number 1, capitalize the individual letters or the entire syllable or the whole word in order to know what to emphasize or deliver louder or with more energy when you're delivering the lyric. Number 2, stretch out vowels, bunch of O's, bunch of U's, bunch of I's if you know that you want to stretch out that word inside of the bar. Number 3, put a comma for a very short pause in your bar's delivery. Number 4, put a period for a long pause. Number 5, put ... if it's a medium length pause that you're going to make. Number 6, put put a right arrow so you know if the bar should actually flow into the next bar or if it's not supposed to flow in the next bar and just stops, cuts off, and the bar starts on the 1. Okay? 7, I use parentheses to remind me if I need to put a delay or what word needs to be said for the ad lib or any other effects that you want to remind yourself to use there. If you were having a creative moment, you're like, that should go there. Number 8, if I don't finish a line and I know that I need to come back to it later, as having a brain fart, or if I had to stop working on the song and I just couldn't come up with something for some reason, I just put underscores to remind me how many words need to be there to finish the line or how many syllables need to be there. It just reminds me, hey, this bar is not done. Number 9, if a line's extremely good, I put an asterisk next to it, a little star, or you can put an emoji just to remind you if you're going to trash the song at any point, you can actually make sure that you're going to copy and paste that into your pad because you're going to use it later. So the hottest bars are always going to get a star next to it. Number 10, if I have an optional line, like another bar or a different idea or different lyrics that are an option for that line itself, then I put a tab, I put a bunch of spaces, and then I put the more than sign, which is basically left arrow, and then I put the bars one at a time. Each bar goes on its own line in order to indicate that these are different options for this bar. Number 11, use the double right arrow to show that this is where you should speed up your lyrics inside of that bar. Then, number 12, use 2 back arrows in order to show that this is where you should slow up in your delivery in the bar. Number 13, if bar sets of quatrains, sets of bars should go together, and it's the order that I know, do not change this order because these go really well together with the delivery and helps emphasize the message or the lyrics, then I make sure I put asterisk between the 2 sets of bars and I make sure that they're touching, because in any other circumstance, the bars are not touching, okay? But if I know they go together, I put the asterisk, and it reminds me, hey, this will go together really well. Don't forget that. And number 14, I put a left arrow and a right arrow between quatrains or sets of bars that I know there's going to be an option. This one's going to be better or this one's going to be better right here. Okay? Those are the 14. Let's go ahead and get word of the day. You know what time it is.
Hi, my name is Keely, and today's word of the day is pedantic, overly concerned with minute details or formalisms. Here's today's word in a sentence. When you are a perfectionist, you will spend hours upon hours making pedantic tweaks to your songs.
No shit.
That's so true.
No shit. Well, hope you learned a new word there. That's what it's for. Hope you weren't just staring at the hot girl. I mean, maybe you were. Anyway, get that cheat sheet below, 100% free. And also, if you're newer to writing and rapping, I'm going to give you something. It costs less than $3. Right. Okay, after you go get your free download of that cheat sheet, 100% free to you, by the way. It'll bring you to a page that's going to load in like 2 seconds. I want to show you something. I'm going to give you a bunch of stuff. I'm going to give you 4 different master series that I have for less than $3. Because I know during the beginning, it's, you know, you can only afford so much, but it's less than $3. So you want to get your cheat sheet, you want to check that out. It's going to be in the link in the description and in the top comment. I'm Rob Level. Thanks for letting me help you out. Hit me with a subscribe, hit me with a like. If you have any questions, ask them below. I do read these comments, all right? Either way, thanks for watching. Keep hustling, gang. I'll see you at the top.
Like abortion, I ain't kidding. Woo, just woo, get in. Woo. Just get in. Woo. Right, that ain't hard. Just get in. Woo. That ain't hard. That ain't hard. Just get in. Woo. Right, that ain't hard. That ain't hard. Just get in. On the road to nowhere.